Grand rise to the elders. Rebel rise to the warriors, to the front line, to the field, to the mindset, to the aura, to the energy, to the ancestors of the militia, the militant energy, the galactic comrade energy. And we rebel rising, right? So I'll say that to say this. I just want to ask the people, the field, those that came out, those that backed us, where you at with it? How y'all feel? And be honest with yourself. Huh? You out? You scared? Because what happened with the comrade? Did niggas back out when that shit happened with Huey? Did niggas run in? Huh? Y'all say Jay gone, right? Cool. So all you other ones that sat down at the table with us, that said blood in, blood out, how y'all feel? How y'all feel? When you see the comrade spike them, posting shit, how these motherfuckers still at their door and all that, how y'all feel? You think it's over with? I want to ask you that question today. I'm talking about when you look at your children, you look at your wives and shit, and we talking about the future's sake, because when you turn in your casket, roll in your grave, they gonna still be here, fighting the power, oppression, the system. So how y'all feel? Is it worth it? I asked the God, is it worth it? Any regrets? No. Me neither. But the only regret, Harriet said, I could have saved more. We could have awakened more. We could have done more. The foundation could have been set. You hear me? 5 million we should be sitting on from donations alone. You hear me? Alone. The foundation should be set. So when I asked Otha Wallace, what's your mindset? What you think? Well, we should go from here. If we can clearly see that frontline shit ain't in them. You hear me? Malcolm say bloodshed. You'll never understand what a real revolution is, right? So when I asked him, he say, we need a foundation. Like what Taco was talking about. In case one of your rebels, when we say rebel rise, go out there and get jammed up again like Otha Wallace or a Spike, etc., or a young Hannibal, we should have a pot to pull from. Like when we see they snatching down GoFundMes and shit, but we'll see 2 million, 3 million go through for one of their race soldiers. Right? So if you don't understand the system, when you niggas come out here talking about why they do this, why they do that, y'all supposed to be the wokers. Y'all supposed to be explaining that to them. Why? This is the system designed like that. We've been fighting this shit since the late 60s, 50s and shit. This is why. Neely Fuller Jr. said if you don't understand white supremacy, everything else around you will just confuse you. So you don't ask dumbass questions, why are they doing this to Diddy, Bill Cosby, such and such, but they ain't doing this to Epstein them. Motherfucker, this they system. Y'all supposed to know that and accept that. So when you hear niggas speaking like that, you ain't fit to lead. You ain't fit to be the voice. Like Tariq said that shit about us, Jay. Blind leading the sheep into a slaughterhouse, y'all niggas been dead. Lamb chops out this motherfucker. We came. So how y'all feel? From where y'all want to go from here? Tell me. Tell me, how y'all feel? And let's figure out the right pieces to move forward with, to get something in concrete 50, 100 years from now, like the party did with the new Black Panther Party. So what the fuck did in fact leave behind? We ain't just finna leave behind no motherfucking casualties. Casualties and wars, we ain't just finna do that. We need something in concrete. Instead of just motherfucking pride and prestige. So y'all think about that, because my mindset, one more appearance. That's my mindset. Foundation. So you tell me what y'all want to do, where y'all want to go from here. Or lay down the sword. All honor the people infant.
The compilation. Money counter broke, now my fingertips numb. When he clip my next check, I'm buying more guns. I ain't on your radio, so fuck your station. Lawyers so good, got the judge probation. Lord Mark compilation, we glide across the nation. Problem solved, ended with a cool conversation.
They are here to fight, but in a way that you don't even understand. They are here to reawaken you, to help get guidance, and they all must be centered. You cannot leave those souls alone. They did not come here to be left alone. If you leave them alone, they will come into the maturity of the animal body and they will fight and kill.
Man, I was saying to the God, right? I said, these niggas don't have no movement, and they'll probably never have no movement, because they don't respect the movement. They don't respect those out there on the front line fighting for them. The people have went astray. The people put us at odds when it came to NFAC, NFAR. Right now, between Grandmaster Jay and Otha Wallace situation, the people are right now choosing, siding, and we all came out together as one, as a unit. See, in fact, it's coalition. You have coalition, you have every single nation coming together for one common cause. Regime is different. NFAR regime was different. With Kemites, you know, in the southern section, we didn't out the Browns, as Jay did before. We didn't out the gays, you know? So like I told him before, show me a water fountain that's heterosexual, you hear me, or homosexual. That's the real struggle. So I overstood, and I tried to give them a complete vision. And that's what Jay overstood. So when Jay spoke at the top of that mountain, Stone Mountain that day, he spoke those same words. As he said before, he was right. A lot of things that Jay done, he was right. A lot of things I learned as far as when it comes down to conducting interviews, how to be fast on your response. I was watching him. Order, gotta be strict. Not allowing the comrades to speak too much, knowing they'll take that, crop that up, like they done with me, with all my gang niggas. And that's why they tried to hit us with gang. You hear me? Failing to overstand and utilizing the system like what Malcolm said, the system, the media. While we were there, they knew, CNN knew. We came there to assist the people. We always stood for gang prevention since day one. So when I look back at it, a lot of things that we did endure, a lot of weight that we're still carrying, a lot of targets that's on our back, fellow comrades right now, do they respect it? There's no respect as the late comrades of the 60s, 70s received as far as the party to the Nation of Islam, etc. Everybody felt a part of the war. These be different times today. Everybody feel free. You hear me? Everybody feels titled to voice their opinion on social media. They gave you a platform. Now, anyone can be the voice, can emulate the voice of the people, like you see with a lot of these YouTube acts, taking advantage, disrespecting the sacred science, disrespecting their ancestors. And that's why we're in that boat today, Sam boat. You hear me? Made that bed, you're gonna die in it. Somber well, sunken place race. So, when we speak that, do they overstand, do they take this serious? Not us. Because we'll suffer the pain, the sorrow, 30 years, 7 years, PTSD, things like that, failure. Or do they appreciate and overstand? It's only you can come together collectively and vibrate on one frequency as complete unity to dethrone this machine, this system of supremacy over all, one nation, under, over, that part. We used to be a race of common sense. And somehow, we went left. We gotta find our way. Parenting. We gotta get back to that, get back to research, studying, respect. Getting out of the illusion of what you think you need to know. Period. All honor to field. Free to God. We get so caught up in scripture, right? The thing is sacrifice. We got a lot of the late comrades, Khaled, Malcolm, Dr. King. That was then. We talking about today. Today, what did you see? What are we going through? The Rebel Records, Otha Wallace. That's your Messiah. That's your God that you should be praising today. When you rebel rise, when you grand rise, it should be an honor.